Good morning, everybody. Teka muna. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. And yes, I'm here. Today is my second day off of the week, and I just want to share a little bit of my experience and all that kind of stuff. So basically, we're gonna talk about what I learned as a new travel nurse. When I started this, I kind of like know what to expect, but I think it's very important for me to basically share it to you guys. Okay, so what I observe is nursing. So there's no change in nursing, there's no change of ways you do your nursing. You still need to be able to communicate, you have to have the courage, you have to have the competence, and all the 6 C's that they talk about. So basically, when you're nursing with people, whatever their languages, whatever their status, whatever their nationality, it doesn't matter. You care for that person. And as a job as a nurse, obviously you have to basically mix it or like live it with your skills. So basically, if you are me, I am a general nurse, but basically as what I told you, I was a stroke nurse. So in stroke, you're talking about a lot of illnesses that you have to deal with, and I'm blessed to start as a stroke nurse because I have kind of like a glimpse of everything. So yeah, number 1, nursing is always be the same. Number 2, expectations. Where with my expectation, I kind of like know and realize it is true. So basically, when you are a travel nurse, you are there for a purpose. You are not there to be the something in this. So basically, you're there for a purpose. So first is you are gonna be working in a very busy ward, and which very short of staff. So to be honest with you, if you're a travel nurse, if you're traveling as a nurse, then you must not complain about the business of the ward, because to be honest with you, if the ward really don't have enough staff and not busy, they will not hire you. So basically, it is normal to be working in a ward that is very busy and short of staff. So that's the reason why they are employing travel nurses or agency nurses, because they know that nurses like us can cope. Okay, if you're not ready to do that, if you're panicky about everything, then you must not do travel nursing, and just explore within the hospital. Maybe change the ward that you're in if you get bored, you know what I mean? Okay, so secondly is with my expectations, you will only get a day of orientation. Remember, like when you go for and then also just say that's the toilet, that's the sluice, and that's where the pan is, that's where the clinical station is, and all kind of stuff. So that's what you will get. And then as a travel nurse, so you have to have the intelligence to say, okay, so where are the things are, and then also maybe ask as well. Ask them, because to be honest with you, there are a lot of people. Yes, some people will get pissed off with you, like keep on asking all the time, but also limit yourself. Don't ask all the time until the end of your contract. And 2 or 3 a week might be the most to ask things, but maybe after a week you master the word already. That will make them feel that basically you're part of the team and you're not a burden, because they're not hiring for a burden, they're hiring for a help. So that's the reason why. So that's the expectation, which I think that I was really well, because I know that will be what they expected me to do. And then because you know, travel nursing, we don't have overtime. Well, we don't have holidays. We're not paid to be when we go for holiday or we get sick, we're not get paid. We're not the same as the normal nurses that work as a full-time nurse, and part-time nurses that work in a hospital. They have that kind of benefit. So nurses who are like us, we don't have the benefits. That's the reason why we have higher rate. However, you have to realize that although that we are in higher rate, our rent of the house is quite expensive, and also we don't have family with us. Aside from that, you will losing money anyway, but it's the adventure that you can have, the experiences you will get, and that's it really. And yeah, so if you want to earn more money, obviously travel nurses want to get as much as overtime as possible. However, you are contracted on the paper. Always read your contract and do not sign it if you are not happy. But sometimes if you just want to experience it, sometimes we have to sign it just to experience it. It depends. At the end of the day, you are not forced to do so, to sign a contract. So as because we are very expensive nurses, we are the last person to be offered for overtime. So don't get upset if you are not offered for overtime. So basically, you are contracted, for example, 37.5 hours. So you are lucky to have an overtime, because obviously they're gonna offer their own people first before you, okay? So what they offer you an overtime because for an emergency, a very emergency situation. So those are my expectations, and that was my learning number 2. Okay, number 3, feeling guilty. I felt really guilty because because it was so busy. I wasn't able to give everybody personal care. But that is very impossible for a nurse who work in a very busy environment. And yeah, so it is really hard for me. And however, when you need to make time will not given to you. You make time to give personal care. Do not ignore, or do not just let the personal care be like delivered by your healthcare assistants. Because to be honest with you, especially the poorly one and those people who have a very bad diet and all that kind of stuff, you have to do a personal care for that patient in any of that day, or do a proper assessment, because it is very important, because the nurses' skills is obviously advanced than HCA. So, but the HCAs will always gonna be there to tell you the basic. But if you're gonna talk about clinical and local stuff, it is your responsibility as a nurse to basically make that time. So time, I feel guilty of not able to do that, but I'll try my best to do the job as much as possible. And be thankful. I am very blessed that my experiences, I work with a lot of fabulous people. I don't really feel about that, they were saying about the politics about it. Just don't get into that. You will always gonna be like meeting a lot of politics. And to be honest with you, it's a bit weird as well that if they're telling you a problem and then you will not just like keep shut, have some kind of like journey in, but not get into it, you know what I mean? So yeah, so be thankful and try to avoid politics. And fifth number is you are not special. So even though that you work a lot of places and a lot of stuff, I know that you have lots of, so you are not special. So basically, it doesn't mean that because you're a very experienced person, you are trying to outdo everybody because you know it all. So basically, try to be chill, you know what I mean? But me personally, I don't know anything. I just gotta say like, oh yeah, I know that one, but not really sure if that is the right one. So what do you think? So then you can have exchange of skills, and then you can give the best service to our patients, and everything will be good. So sixth one, if you are not familiar with the ward, for example, for me, I might go to cardiovascular area or neuro area or other kind of places, and if I'm not really confident about it, how to manage the patients and all that kind of stuff, and why not read something about it? There's a lot of information online, and also if you can be asked to watch to read something, just watch a YouTube channel, or there's a lot of information nowadays, unlike before that you have to buy a massive books and then like scan it all. Everything, there's a lot on the internet. So read and improvise and learn more, and then be confident of it and practice it and ask for questions and all that kind of stuff. And number 7, it is connected to number 6. make sure that you ask. If you're not sure of the regulations of the place that you're in, or make sure you ask, because the last thing the last thing that we want to have to suffer is from mistakes. So especially mistakes that will affect a lot of people. So make sure that you ask for a question if you are not sure of it. Okay, so number 8, make sure that you work with everybody. And there are some people, really, to be honest, there are some people that's a bit aloof to you and just don't like to talk to you and all that. All I can say is respect that, because you don't know that person. So it's better to respect this type of people, and then slowly time will open their hearts and then maybe accept you. If they don't accept you, then it's all right, because you're gonna go somewhere else and then meet some other people who will be the same. So if you take it too seriously, you will not be fit to be an agency nurse or a travel nurse, because we deal a lot of people like that. And you must not pass judgment about those people because you don't know those people. So basically, just be happy and work hard and show them that you can help them. Yeah. Number 9. However, never stop to be the patient's advocate. Even though that you have to work with other people, even though that the place is not in your turf, you still have the responsibility as a nurse, not just a travel nurse. As a nurse, you have the responsibility to protect to protect and care for your patients and their family. So make sure that you will not lose your voice, because the reason why we're nurses, because we just care and we don't want people to suffer a lot. And that's the reason why we are nurses. So if you don't have that ability to fight for your patients, then I think you need, because the thing is, you need to have the knowledge to be able to fight for the people that you want to protect. So as I said, back to number 6, read and study, then you can protect. Number 10, I need to improve. It's my self mission, is I need to improve my cannulation. So basically, I was trained to do cannula. I was trained to do that. I can do that on a mannequin, no problem. But I did try once, and I made when the patient I tried to cannulate. When the patient, I did that, she cried, and for me, I don't really want to hurt elderly people. I don't like it. It's really, it hurts me a lot to see them have an anxiety, to see them have pain because of the insertion. However, as a nurse, we have, and I have to grow some balls, because to be honest with you, sometimes the only way you can save a person is to put a cannula in it and put some medication so that person will be safe. So that is really, and hope you will like it. So basically, nursing don't change. Expectations, you have to know that you're going to be working in a busy ward, and then don't feel guilty, but just try your best. And the 4th is work with people. Know your boundaries. Number 5 is know your boundaries. 6, never stop learning. 7, it is better to ask than to make mistakes. Number 8 is work with other people and be open and respect others. 9 is basically never stop being a patient advocate. And number 10, try to improve yourself every single day. You take good care and have a nice day. And Christmas is coming. I'm going out in a moment, so that's the reason why I have my hat. Get that? So, bye for now. Love you guys.